Right. What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Equal coming to you again with a brand new video. My apologies. I had no idea going through all of that it was lagging. I'm pretty annoyed actually because I have no idea why it's lagging. It shouldn't be lagging. And apologies if it did. I'm hoping it's sorted now. Do let me know in the chat if you are seeing me better. It is still laggy. I can see it for myself. Oh, is it tolerable? Let me know, guys. If it ain't tolerable, then I'll give it a miss until tomorrow. Is it still lagging? Let me know. Let me know. Watching you guys in the chat now. Good evening, Ben. Appreciate it. Welcome, Brian. I'll give you those thoughts in a minute. Is it lagging? Split seconds. Oh, is it likely to get worse? Let's see how we go. I'll watch myself on YouTube now just to see how bad it does get. I'm not sure why it's lagging because I'm not loading anything. Okay. All right. Cheers, Brian. Okay, let's go for it. So Mesut Ozil. So I was in the middle of doing all these quotes. I'm not going to read everything again. I kind of got the gist. Essentially, he had an interview with David Ornstein, as you guys know, this week, and he basically just came out and just said, you know what? Every time he's been ill, it's been genuine, and you know the amount of times I've had to play through my pain barrier when. You know, whenever I've missed it, it's because I've genuinely been sick and yada, yada, yada. Listen, for me, here is where I stand with Mesut Ozil before I go into what Emery has said. A lot of people think that I don't like Mesut Ozil. For me, the way I see it is this. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if you represent Arsenal, I will back you. But that doesn't mean because I back you, you're immune to criticism. And I think certain Mesut Ozil fans don't like it when he's criticised because maybe they think it's over the top, maybe they think it's unwarranted, maybe they think that, you know, every time the team loses, he gets unfair criticism and scrutiny. For me, I'm just calling it how I see it. When Mesut Ozil talks, and as he did in this particular interview, which I imagine, I know I've not gone into all the quotes that he came out with, but a lot of the things he was kind of saying was that, you know, that legends come out and they influence the fans and they come out and they say stuff and that it makes us as the fan base think the things that we think because of the influence of the fans. And that's not... As far as I can tell, you know what? Let me not speak for anyone else. Let me speak for me. I can see with my own eyes. I don't need Lee Dixon or Martin Keown or Alan Shearer or anyone else has criticized him, Graham Souness, to tell me what I can see with my own eyes about Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil probably has... I can't say what I haven't seen. All right, I can say it for other clubs. For other clubs, Mesut Ozil has displayed some of the most wonderful skills and talents. And for Arsenal Football Club, he's scored... I still don't know how he does that whole hitting the ball into the ground and looping it over the goalkeeper goal. To me, that's one of the most impressive things he's done as an Arsenal player and does it consistently on a consistent basis when he scores. My criticism for Mesut Ozil is that he misses one too many games. My criticism for Mesut Ozil is that when he turns up in those games, he doesn't deliver. One of the things he says is that he gets criticized because he should have more influence on the game. And well, yeah, mate, you are one of the talisman in this team. We spent £42.5 million on you before it was fashionable to do so. Like, we spent a lot of money on you. You should be the talisman of the team. And him saying, "Oh well, you know, people say that I only play good in against small teams, mate. Very rarely do you turn up against big teams. Very rarely. Granted, I almost will accept what you're saying. I'll almost accept what you're saying about that there are no small teams in the Premier League. Okay, cool. I'll almost give you that. But then what happens when you play a United, a City, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, even the Spuds? What happens to you? Now I'll give you credit. I've seen you turn up at least twice against the Spuds, usually at home, but I'll give you that. But more often than not, you will go missing in these types of games, in these type of crucial games where you look naturally to your bigger players, your more experienced players, to lift you out, to lift the team out of the problems that it's in. This is just some of the issues that people have with you. Some, mind you, not even all, some. Now, I've seen people debate this on Twitter because whenever Mesut Ozil makes a quote or an interview or a tweet, there is pandemonium on Twitter. So, quite honestly, I don't blame Lee for coming off Twitter because that's just what happens. You know, Twitter just goes into a meltdown whenever there's only two people that does that. That's associated with Arsenal. Whenever they speak, Twitter goes into a meltdown. One of them is Mesut Ozil, the other is Arsene Wenger. As soon as one of those two speak, especially on the club, then suddenly you get the two sides that come out and they start banging and clanging, banging and clanging. If Mesut Ozil's going to come in and work hard for the team, cool. But I don't think it should be at the sacrifice of any other player just to fit this guy in. I've heard lots of arguments about, Mesut Ozil can unlock Pepe. Really? Why is this now the new theory? Why? What makes you convinced that Mesut Ozil is the secret to opening up Nicolas Pepe? Because as far as I can remember, these two have never played together. So why is that suddenly the understanding? It's like he's the only one that can play in this attacking midfielder role. He's the only one that can make Arsenal score goals, apparently, or create chances, apparently. Despite the fact that this is the same guy and only had 4 assists this season. The guy that actually got double figures assists, we drove off last season. If he's going to come back into the team, and I say that because Emery has come out and delivered a number of quotes, which is what this video is about. That Emery is apparently the reason. Basically, Emery's tried to explain why he has omitted Mesut Ozil so far this season. He said initially that Mesut Ozil had a very good preseason, and to be honest, he did. I'm man enough to admit that. Mesut Ozil had a strong preseason, actually. He had a really good preseason. You know, he quit playing for Germany, had a nice long rest, and he started the preseason on fire. And then obviously the whole carjacking, gangster, whatever incident happened. And then supposedly Emery just thought, well, clearly you've been affected by this, let's leave you out. Even though he played Kolasinac, who's in the same incident, but okay. The explanation doesn't make sense, but all right. Let's just assume that that's the explanation. And then he said that when he was getting ready to play him again, then he became sick. And then when he became sick, he wasn't really training that well. And then he's very recently, over the last couple of weeks, trained very well to the point where Emery is now impressed. That was basically the gist of what he was saying. I was reading it quote for quote previously, but I decided Thank you, Archie. I'm just seeing what you've done. Yeah, I decided not to read it quote for quote. Now, to me, to be honest, my issue with Mesut is vast. But if he comes into the team and makes a difference and works hard and has been training hard and will make a difference to the team, so be it. I'm not convinced it will happen. I'm not convinced it will happen. I still think he's making excuses. I still think he's almost gone to the Granit Xhaka school of making excuses where he's pointing fingers at others and, trying to take on what opinions of others and stuff like that. And for me, I think the whole excuse about being sick and going to work is a weak one. I'm not just saying that as HR. I'm just saying that as a human being. I got a cold now. You've just heard me cough. I got a cold now. Right? Not here. It's more of a chesty cold, right? Think I'm gonna call in sick? No, brother. I'd rather you if I have to be sick, I'd rather use those sick days on, I don't know, when I'm actually sick. But if my team needs me, my actual work team needs me, I'm gonna drag my ass in. Even if there's some days on Mondays or Tuesdays, I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta have this freaking meeting now with this someone else that's done something else. You just drag yourself in. That's what you gotta do, especially when you're an important member of your team. Not to mention, you get rewarded pretty handsomely for it. So what the heck is the bitching about? Give me half that. Well, I don't do the damn job myself. That's the type of stuff I don't have time for. For me, do you know what I would have respected him more for? I would have said, if he had just come out and said, listen, obviously everyone knows about the incident that happened with me, my wife, Seed Kolasinac. It was pretty distressing for me. I have had some sickness, but truth be told, that was the real reason behind this. It's caused me a lot of anguish, and I've had to mentally get through that. I've managed to do that. I'm ready to fight for this club. I've been training really hard. I'm desperate to get back into the team, and I'll do whatever it takes to show the coach that I am ready to fight for this club. Not none of this, I'm not going anywhere. Just say, ready to fight for this club. Do you know what? Even as much as I have reservations about Mesut Ozil, I'll be like, okay, all right, bruv, let's go then. Put him in the squad. Not someone making excuses, not someone trying to take on criticism that was leveled at him in February. My God, anyone would think that Keon made this quote yesterday. Go and take him on the pitch. That's what I would like to see him do. But whether that will actually happen or not is another question. I have my doubts. I seriously have my doubts. But and with Emery seemingly backtracking, and my gut feeling on the backtracking is that someone in the club has said to him, "All right, easy, because if we can't flog him, we're going to actually need to integrate him back into this team, and you need these players on side. So try and be a little bit more diplomatic." That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a diplomatic answer. The fan base is now ran with it, assume that Emery's going to put him back into the squad, and it's now causing that divide again. That's the way I genuinely interpret it. Whether he's had a strong couple of training sessions or not, who knows? But it feels like just to do such he went from literally, it was 3 weeks ago, he said he didn't deserve to be in the squad. But now he's had suddenly a number of really good training sessions. Come off it. Don't believe it for a second. I think because I found it interesting that Raul came out, what was it, last week? I was going to talk about the story, but I decided not to. Came out last week and gave an interview himself. And he said something along the lines of, like he was in favor of integrating Mesut Ozil back into the team, which I was like, oh, Well, that doesn't sound like a club that's going to sell the player to me. So I feel like someone has had a word with him up here, and he's now decided to go a bit diplomatic down here. For me, I just want this manager to stop playing Granit Xhaka. That's my main issue. But whatever. To me, if Mesut Ozil is prepared to fight for his place in the team, perform, not upset the balance, sure, why not? I'm not convinced it will happen, but I hope he proves me wrong. For one simple reason, that club means everything. I don't give a damn about Mesut Ozil. I care about Arsenal. I don't care if Mesut Ozil is, did Mesut Ozil do a new pose of his wife today? I don't give a damn. Happy birthday and all, but I actually don't care. I'm sorry, I don't know the man personally, so I don't care. All I care about is the men that represent the team and are prepared to fight for the team, not play Fortnite, not focus all their energy on their coffee shops, who go out and wear that shirt and are able to improve that team because we need the help. And if you ain't going to help, then bounce. I don't care if you're Mesut Ozil. Quite honestly, I don't care if you're Lacazette. If you have that attitude, bounce. Fight for the team or go. It's really that simple. Anyway, I'm going to do 10 minutes with you guys. 10 minutes. You guys let me know what you think. Please do press the like button, people. As Rabadan said, thank you, Rabadan. Absolutely crush that like button. I appreciate when you guys do that. Hit the subscribe button. Also, the links in the description are links to my social, links to my Patreon, and links especially to Chig Flicks. And we're working on that this weekend. I'm going to be putting out a couple of different reviews, belated reviews about certain films, some old school films. So do check that out. I would appreciate it if you guys do that. It's a brand new project. It's a project I'm still very passionate about. So I'm edging towards 100 subscribers the last time I looked. So do please hit that subscribe button. And hit the subscribe button for this. Sailing towards 7,000. That's what I'm trying to get to. I want to try and get to that before Christmas. So please do help me with that. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Could someone go and scout Senegal because we need a new Patrick Vieira? Amen to that, tell you. Amen to that. Evening, Tom. Hope you're good, my bro. I noticed recently there's been no VP, no Chris P, no I forgot my man's name. I forgot his name. So I hope they're well. I hope they're okay. But lonely without their donations, I must admit. Fair play. I agree with a lot of them. Thanks for the input because you're a sensible fan. Thank you, Brian. I much appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. See, that's what I like. I like genuine, and I don't care if you disagree. Just don't go over the top. Disagree by all means. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with people. It's just when people go over the top with it, like, oh, you don't know football. Why? Because I don't agree with you about Mesut Ozil. Isn't that a little bit over the top? $58 people watching, 23. I know you could do better. I know you could do better. Please do hit that like button. And apart from anything, once we get over 50, you know my rule. I stop bitching. As soon as I get over 50 and I'm live, I stop bitching. 8 minutes with you guys, and then I'm out. I'm going to be strict with myself. 8 minutes. Emery's been on point this season because we cannot afford to finish outside top 4. Okay. See, I don't necessarily agree with Tayyip, but he has the opinion that Emery is doing well. Okay, fair enough. Stan Kroenke, where is the money? Ring it, people. Sing it, Chig. Chiggy, Don Chiggy Smalls. Boyce is in the house. Star, I saw your request earlier, brother. You can see how many mods I have. As soon as a spot opens up, I promise I'll make you the mod. All right? Can't say better than that. Any questions, guys? Thank you. Thank you, right. Like it, fuck's sake, like it, lads. Chig, if Tierney doesn't start on Monday, fans are going to go full madness. Archie, to be fair, Emery came out in his press conference today, I believe, and said that Tierney is ready to start. So that suggests that he'll start. I must admit, I'll be pissed if I see Kolasinac play. I ain't going to be happy. I mean, I don't rate him anyway, but so I definitely won't be happy. And I know Lee won't be happy because everyone knows that Tierney's his boo. So Upamecano's price is going down to 60 million in the summer. Damn, you guys have a real stiffy for Upamecano. I mean, he's good. I do think he's overrated. I will say that. I personally would spend it elsewhere. For example, his defensive partner, Canute, is better. He's a little bit older, but he is better. He's like 24, I think. He's a better defender. Well, I didn't take it off you, Edward, so that must have been a YouTube thing. I certainly didn't take it off you. Oh no, you were going crazy that day. I just remembered you were going crazy that day. Well, I don't remember taking it off you. So, but I do remember wanting to take it off you because you were getting a bit mad that day. Rabadan coming through the donation. Thank you, my bro. Arsenal will be challenging within 3 seasons. Not saying Premier League trophy is a guarantee, but you will be in the running. Very good youngsters. Wow. And that's from a Liverpool fan. So thank you. I think you're optimistic for us. I will say that. 3 seasons. I hope so. I hope so. But I will say this. I agree with you, a comment about the youngsters. The youngsters look really good. Really good. Rich Franklin, Canute is better. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Conate. I'm going to call it that. Conate is better, yes. I agree with you, Rich. He's better. He's better. I think Upamecano is good. He's strong. I think he's a raw talent. I think there is a ceiling there. But fans are overrating him just a little bit. Just be easy. It's like the Saliba thing. Another one who's a raw talent. But be easy. Let him develop a little bit. It's just I see a little bit more in Saliba than I do in Upamecano, to be honest. But let's see. Maybe they'll both turn out to be amazing. If you notice, I've not really gassed on Upamecano yet, and there's a reason. I don't quite see everything in him yet. I must admit, though, I am a little bit excited about this Spanish guy that we're being linked to, the Atletico Bilbao defender. I forgot his name. Marbles, you're good at this type of thing. Help me out. Marbles TUE, help me out. You're good at this type of thing. But thank you once again for the donation, Rabadan. Much appreciated. What young centre back from the Premier League would you buy for us, Chig? Oh, up until this season, I would have bought. Dunk. Not been that impressive this season, though. Got to admit. I'll buy a couple of those Wolves centre backs. I know Bolly's like 28, and you said young. I've forgotten my man next to him. What's his name? What is wrong with my brain? I can't think today. Canute is 20. Oh, he's 20. But he's better though, Mike. He is better. I know that much. I don't know why I thought he was older. But he's better than Upamecano, in my opinion. And Archie, you're right. He was doing some kind of madness that made me think, oh, I want to take that off you. But I don't know if I actually did. Canute. Archie's a long time listener, Edward. A long time listener. He's good people. He's strong opinions, but I welcome that in the chat. Nunez, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. I couldn't remember. I could see his face. I just couldn't remember the name. Nunez. Torres for Villarreal. Yeah, that's another one that we're being linked with, Peter. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's another one we are being linked with. When Eagle Eye comes back, I'll start talking about all these silence. Right now, it's just noise until the window actually opens. I don't know. VP's been missing for a bit. All jokes apart, forget the donations. I don't really give a. I don't really care about that. I care, but I don't care. It's more the people. I like my regulars, so I hope VP is okay. Genuinely, I hope he's okay. Should we have gotten Sononku? You know what, Edward? I think that is a decent. Sorry, Starboy. I think that's a decent shout. I think that's a really decent shout. I think he's very good. I like how calm he is on the ball. Who's in my fantasy football team. Gets me a nice amount of points, even though Leicester don't necessarily keep clean sheets. So that shows you that he's doing something. So yeah, I like Soyonku. Soyonku. I don't know how you say it. Yo, bro, I'm next to your stream. You go from Lee, but what do you think about us signing Zaha in January? Impossible. Impossible. To keep what we have and then sign Zaha as well? I know. I think the only time we sign Zaha, I think it could happen next summer. And here's a bit of a controversial one for you. I think there's a good chance Lacazette could leave in the summer. I wouldn't be happy with it, but I think there's a good chance he leaves in the summer and that Zaha comes in as his replacement. You heard it here first when it happens. Do the insults now, and when I turn into Mystic Chig, I want them apologies. I mean them real dick-sucking apologies. Chig, check out Ibrahima Sissoko on YouTube and gassing about him. You have been gassing about him. I have seen you mention that in our watch-alongs a couple of times, Mike. I will check that out. I will check that out. I am doing overtime now. Would you replace Granit Xhaka with Ndidi or Decore? Now, Ben, you won't know this because you're relatively new. But people who know and have been riding with me from the beginning knows yours truly has been gassing about Decore for about 3 years now, at least. But I would have Ndidi. Because I do think that Guendouzi could do the Xhaka role better. But I think we actually need someone as an anchor, as a proper DM. And I think Ndidi can do that. I wasn't convinced about Ndidi before, but actually he's starting to mature and starting to do a good job for Leicester. I like what he's about. which sounds strange because he's Nigerian. You'd think I'd be gassing about him from morning. Took me a while, but I'm starting to like what he's about. Like, I like the fact that, unlike Granit Xhaka, when he makes a mistake, and his mistake for Leicester this one time, it wasn't even that huge of a mistake, right? But it did lead to a goal, and he was vexed. It was the next week he was being interviewed, and he was still vexed about that mistake. And I like that because it forces you to rectify that error. If you don't admit you have a problem or that you make mistakes, what are you going to know to fix? And that's the issue with Granit Xhaka. He doesn't admit when he has errors in his games. So why would he? Why would he fix those errors? In addition to the fact that the coach rewards him when he makes a mistake. It's the most backwards thing with Granit Xhaka. The most backwards thing. It's like, all right, don't sell him, I would, but all right, take him out of the team at least. Put him on the bench if you must have him in the squad. No, not even that. That's what I like about Ndidi. He has the attitude to only get better and better and better and continue to strive for better. Whereas Granit Xhaka feels like he's this elite. He feels like he's this elite player. And he's making comments like, oh, well, I'm ambitious and I want to play in the Champions League. And then bounce. Bounce. So that we could get in the Champions League. That's the irony. It's mistakes like that he makes that prevents us from getting in the Champions League. Oh, sorry. I promise I keep that Xhaka lid closed. Welcome, Kelly. Welcome. Xhaka is a hoax. He really is a hoax. Parody of what a DM should be. Doucouré has more impact on games than Ndidi for me. Listen, I'm not going to crap on Doucouré because you know Doucouré is my guy. But I must admit, for me, I'm going to come to your comment in a minute, Rabadan. But thank you for the donation. I'm going to come to that comment in a minute. I won't necessarily disagree with you, but I do think Ndidi is very solid, defensively very good, much younger than Doucouré. I think Doucouré is like 27 now, going on 28. And Ndidi is like 23. So I think the ceiling will get bigger for Ndidi as the seasons goes on. Plus, he's made such good strides over the last couple of years. You watch, he'll only get better and better. But I think we could, even me and you, Archie, could agree on this. They are both light years ahead of Granit Xhaka. And as for you, Ramadan, Lacazette is ours. Leave him alone. As Starboy says, no chance. Yeah, I think that would be an interest. I mean, Emery wouldn't do it, but I certainly would. But then again, Xhaka wouldn't be in my squad. I would have got rid of his punk ass, and especially when he started spitting them "I'm ambitious" bars. The mounts. Tell you, I'll sell you for cheap as well, so you can make sure you go. What up, Rabon? Hope you're good. I know, Prune. I know. But it's a popular topic. And it's the one topic that I would say 90% of Arsenal fans actually agree on. Indeed, he got a higher ceiling. I think so too. But I like Doucouré. I think he's very good, strong, imposing. I know a lot of people could compare him to Vieira. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I think he's a very good player. Very good player. Emery's disrespected Lucas. Do you agree? I just don't understand why he plays him out of position. Play him. He's the closest thing we have to an actual DM. Even though I don't think he's a DM. Would you try Luis there? No. It's the one, I must admit, it was the one thing that Lee said on both of his streams that I completely disagree with. That he would start Luis on Monday. I won't give away my team just yet. I'll do my oh gosh, just realized I got a busy Saturday. Do you know what? I'll do my preview tomorrow. Which is a bit earlier than I'd like, but I don't know when I'm going to have time otherwise, because I'm going out Saturday night for a friend's birthday. Friday night, I'm busy. Saturday morning, I've got to do some stuff. Suppose I could do it on Sunday, but doing it the day before, I'm not a huge fan of that. So I might do it early. So watch out for that. Friday. Decore more of a Diaby presence. You know what, Archie? I think that's a good comparison. Diaby without the injuries. And I think Diaby was going to be a hell of a player. Dennis Perat making a good job. Yeah, I think he's developing nicely, actually. He's developing nicely. I still haven't seen enough of him to say, yeah, I wish Arsenal bought him. But he's doing okay. Gosh, I'm doing overtime for you guys. All right, 5 more minutes and I'm definitely out of here. Chig, what do you think about Saka moving to Cam? No, he's a winger. I don't even think he's a striker. I've seen people say that. He's a winger. Thank you, Edward. Much appreciated. My man Boots. Chig, where's the cheap flights to London at? Look at top. Boots, the minute you are in town, let a brother know. Emery is definitely out next season, so soon. Looking forward to the future already. Tired of boring football. Okay. Luis is too weak for DM, too rash, and there you go. Marbles gets it. Pepe is learning a bit of English, which is very good. Yeah, I saw him do that interview 3-4 weeks ago where he said he was determined to learn a bit of English because he feels that's part of what's holding him back a little bit. In my opinion, actually, I think what's holding him back is he's getting the ball with the back to goal as opposed to getting the ball on the gallop. And I think he's overthinking it, which is ironic because he doesn't track back. So I'm not sure why he's having the ball with the back to goal. But I think rather than first of all, I'd play him on the left as well. I know he's done a lot of his damage on the right, but I think until he's actually up to speed with the Premier League, play him on the left so he's not so predictable. Play him on that left-hand side. Play Saka on the right. He could do a similar job on the right. And then I think you help him out by doing that. And I've said that for months. Keep the content coming, Chig. Always a great watch. Thank you, Tom. In my opinion, Pepe expectations are too high. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Chig, I think people are excited about Upamecano because he only do so. Oh, Mike, that's 100% the reason. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But I think also people just need to calm down. Plus, I also have this theory that it's more important for us to buy a DM than it is a centre back. Jay Stickley, Bonner. Oh gosh, see, if I say that, then YouTube will flag me. So you almost had me. I'm gonna do that. Trig, do you agree with the 11 that I put in the chat? Oh, D-Sav, let me have a quick scan. Leno Holding, Louise, Kieran, Chambers, Willock. Oh, you put Chambers as oh, okay, as a right back. Okay. I guess you'll find out tomorrow. It's a good-looking team, though. No problem, Jay. No problem. Chig, what's your favourite Henry goal? Was your favourite Henry goal against United? The one, of course, the one that loops over Fabian Barthez. I'm not going to pick anything else. Well, you go and spark that off. Boys, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that marbles. I honestly think I do think Ozil is done. Some more. I don't disagree with you, Jay. I don't disagree. Ozil might have a part to play this season. Yeah, he's still an asset to us. Did you see Vieira? Yeah, I did give my comments on this 3 videos ago. I think it's natural. Listen. I think Freddie will want the job. Freddie will 100% want the job. For some reason, I have a better feeling about Freddie taking over than I do about Patrick Vieira. Don't know why. But I still don't necessarily want either of them to take it. I want Nagelsmann to take it. Nagelsmann, YouTube. I didn't say what you probably thought I said. I asked this to Lee today, and he said Laka. Who do you think is a better all-round player? Laka. Me and Lee are very rarely aligned on certain things. That is one of them, though. 100%. I still think Uber is a fantastic goal scorer, and goal scoring wise, obviously Aubameyang. But if you're talking about all-round player, Laka. I will always say that. Chig, the club are bigging up Freddie mad last couple of weeks. It seems respected. Yeah, not only the club, though, the players within the club, they seem to love him. And actually, that means a lot. Now, I will offer this. The players also loved Ollie last season. So, not our players, the United players. So, take it with a pinch of salt. But, yeah. Speaking of which, it looks like Allegri is going to become their manager, according to at least a few papers. Birdabout or Liverpool 04. You've forgotten the Tottenham goal where he skips past about 7 of their players. And 7 is being modest. It was really like 9 of their players. How do you get a cinema pass, Chig? Do you have to watch a certain amount of films? No, Edward. So in the UK, we have a cinema. They should give me a sponsor for this. They should really give me a sponsor for this. So we have a cinema in the UK where they basically give anybody a card, and that card basically allows you to go and see as many films as you like. I think it's I can't even remember the last. What comes out of my account? I think it's like £18 something a month, and you can see as many films as you like. And occasionally you get invited to premieres. You get invited. You get money off popcorn, drinks, sweets if you're into that sort of thing, hot dogs if you're into that sort of thing. So yeah. Realistically, who do you want to be our next manager? Nagelsmann. Is that the Cineworld? Is that Cineworld? Yes, it is, Ben. It is. It is. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Going cinema and paying £12 ain't something I'm looking to do. Because I am still from the era where £2.50 got me into a cinema. So straight up. All right. I've done so many overtimes on overtimes on overtimes. I'm out of here, people. Please do stick a like on this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Very sorry about that lag earlier. I've got a feeling I know what it is. I very recently upgraded my internet, but I've not put the new equipment in yet. So I'm going to have to do that because I don't want this show being affected and I'm paying for upgraded internet. So yeah, I will make sure I fix that for the next stream, which will be my preview. That'll be tomorrow. So look out for that. I'm doing it early because I will be out of action most of the weekend. So do keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I'm going to be out of here, people. Enjoy your Thursday evening. If I don't see you for whatever reason again this weekend, enjoy your weekend. Please, guys, do me one favor, though. Stick a few more likes, man. 34 likes. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Just drive a few more. A few more likes. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That'll be really helpful. All right. I'm out of here. Please do damage to that like button. All right. Peace.